She's been lying to me.
Who?
Sam. She's been lying to me about John McBain.
You. I asked for a sign, and this is what you bring me?
Sorry to disappoint you. You know, sometimes the man upstairs has a wicked sense of humor.
Either way, it's not the answer I was looking for.
What were you looking for?
I don't know. I asked for a sign that everything was going to be okay. Me, Jason, and the baby.
I hope it is.
Yeah. It would be if I could change the past and make Jason the baby's father, not Franco. But that's not possible. What are you doing here anyway?
I heard there was a birthday party for Sonny Corinthos. My invitation got lost in the mail. But from the looks of things, the party's long over.
Yeah, you could say that.
I'm guessing you told Jason about Franco and the baby, and he did not handle it well.
He was devastated.
It's a lot to process, Sam.
I know. I mean, finding out that Franco was his brother, his twin, was bad enough. And finding out that Franco was my baby's father, it was just way too much for him to handle all at once.
I'm sorry.
He asked me why I went through it alone. Why I didn't tell him about the paternity test, but I guess, of course, no, I wasn't alone.
McBain is the one I showed you in the photo on my cell phone, the one you saw with Sam, the guy.
Okay, is there something wrong with him?
He's a cop. He used to be FBI. And when Sam told me that she had the DNA test done, you know, my first thought was how hard it must have been for her to go through it alone. But you know what? She wasn't alone. She had him.
What do you mean?
I only know because Alexis said something Sam was never even going to tell me.
Tell you what?
She said the DNA sample came from a contact at the FBI. She never told me about McBain.
Wait, why would Sam need a DNA sample?
I know it's a lot for Jason to absorb. I mean, he barely had time to catch his breath, but
But what?
I asked him if he would be able to love another man's baby. He couldn't answer me.
Give him some time. It's like you said. He hasn't even had a chance to sit with it yet.
Yeah, I know, but I asked him to tell me how he was feeling. I said, maybe if we say it out loud, we could take some of the power out of it. And you know what he told me? He said talking's not going to change anything, and he's right. It's not going to change the fact that he's Franco's brother and Franco is my baby's father.
What happened with Franco is not your fault.
No, I know, but it's not my child's fault either. My child didn't choose how it was conceived.
The best part of that baby is you. And in time, Jason will focus on that.
You are saying all the things that I want and need to hear, but you're the last person I should be hearing it from.
We know life can be funny that way. Sometimes we don't get to choose who helps us.
Jason was furious when he found out that I talked to you at my mother's house. I cannot imagine how he's going to react when he finds out that you're the one who gave me Franco's DNA sample.
Just forget it.
What's going on?
Elizabeth, you should just get back to work.
Please, Jason, you can talk to me.
Talking's not going to change anything.
Okay, whatever it is, whatever you tell me, I'm not going to say anything. You can trust me. About the DNA test. Did you and Sam go through genetic counseling? Is there a reason you might think there might be a problem with the baby?
There is a problem with the baby. It isn't mine.
Matt!
We're going through a lot, Sam. You have the right to handle it any way you need to.
I don't think Jason agrees with that.
Doesn't want you talking to me. He never needs to know about it.
I don't like keeping secrets from my husband, especially after what happened with Robin. And let's face it, he is completely unreasonable when it comes to you.
He has to feel that way. He knows I'm here to take Sonny down, but none of that has anything to do with you.
Yeah, I know, but he was furious when he found out that I opened up to you at the church.
Good. Next time he won't leave you there crying. Lesson learned.
After you left our apartment, he was like, I want you to tell me every time you run into this guy. And I can't count how many times I've seen you at the pier, at the hospital, the airport. I haven't told him about any of that.
You're being too hard on yourself. We arranged to meet exactly one time to give you Franco's DNA sample.
Yeah, but it's all those other times, all those other coincidences that he's not going to understand. I mean, I can't tell him how much you've done for me, how you've listened and supported me when I told you things that I was afraid to tell my own husband. Franco raped Sam and made you watch.
She was drugged and she didn't remember everything, and I had to tell her. I just wanted to get her to the hospital so she can have an exam and get treatment, but she said she couldn't stand it.
She showered, didn't she? Just needed to get clean. Pretend like it never happened.
I'm sorry I brought this up.
I'm glad you told me. Now I know what you and Sam have been carrying around since your honeymoon.
We thought it was done. It was in the past. Franco's dead. We thought the baby was ours, and just turns out that it's Franco's baby.
Doesn't mean you can't love this child. Lucky loved Jake even after he found out he was yours. And this is the baby you and Sam have been looking forward to. The one you were gonna raise together. You can still be the father. You know that, don't you?
I'm not sure I do.
You always planned to tell Jason the truth. You only opened up to me because I happened to be there.
Yeah, and I don't regret that.
Neither do I. And for one thing, how else would you have gotten Franco's DNA sample?
Thank you for that.
Forget about it, all right? I was happy to help. I'm only sorry it's caused such a problem for you and Jason.
Jason and I are trying to deal with the fact that the baby isn't his. You really aren't an issue.
I don't know. Maybe I'm a better man than I think. Maybe I can be a father to Sam's baby.
I have no doubts at all. Look at the way you love Michael.
And that was different. You know, I didn't know anything about babies, much less what it meant to be a father, and Michael was just, you know, he was there and he needed me.
And this baby's gonna need you too.
Sam and I should be talking about this together, working it out together, but she's confiding in McBain, and that's the problem. I was telling McBain everything since that first time she met him at the church.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we were up on the bridge. She was at the Queen of Angels telling McBain about all her problems.
Well, maybe it's just one of those times where it's easier to talk to a
Easier. She
stranger.
asked him to help her get Franco's DNA before she even told me there was a problem.
I'm sure she was trying to protect you.
Yeah, that's a nice word for lie.
I know what Sam was thinking. She was trying to soften the blow and didn't realize it was making everything worse.
You know, if I hadn't shown up at GH for the checkup, Sam might have had McBain beside her for that DNA test. You know, maybe that's why she didn't want me there.
You don't know that.
Well, I don't know anything because she's telling him. She's not telling me a thing.
Why is it that every time I'm alone with bad news, I turn around and there you are?
I don't know. Fate, or maybe once in my life I have really excellent timing.
Joke all you want, but it's, I don't know, it's the universe is kind of throwing us together for some reason. Why?
I don't know, Sam. I'm not real smart with those kind of things.
I mean, you agree, it's weird, right?
I would say it's unexpected.
Unexpected, yes. Strange. Familiar. It's like I've knew you before and I don't know why. I mean, tell me I'm crazy. I mean, is it crazy or do you feel the same way?
You're not crazy.
When I asked Sam about seeing McBain at her mother's house, she just tried to play it off like it was nothing. That's when she asked him to get Franco's DNA.
Maybe you shouldn't be telling me all this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know this is not your problem.
No, it's not what I meant. You can always tell me anything. But the person you need to be talking to is Sam.
Yeah, I just can't take any more lies right now.
Okay, but even if she's not being honest with you, you need to be honest with her. And tell her how you feel.
She's probably still at the Metro Court where I left her.
Well, we're obviously on some sort of a collision course. And what are you still doing in Port Charles anyway? I thought you were supposed to be done after Sonny's trial.
I have another matter to attend to, and a rather short amount of time to do it.
Really? What do you mean? Why?
Oh, let's just say the clock's ticking on my clearance to investigate here in Port Charles.
Oh, so you're planning to leave?
Whatever this crazy connection there is between us, it'll be broken when my business with Sonny is finished.
Johnny...
Hope it all works out for you. You deserve good things.
Thanks. Hey, thanks for letting me talk it all out again.
Look after yourself. Look after the little one.
Robin, if you can hear me, wherever you are, watch over Jason. He needs us.